Hello, everybody, and welcome back. If you don't know who I am, I'm Scott, and yeah, I didn't get fired. Sorry, I actually got laid off in the wintertime because the job I had in Ontario was for the summer. I'm back in New Brunswick now, where I live. Uh, Now, what I did do, this information might be useful for you guys if you want to start a business, especially, and you're broke. So, here we go. So, this here, it's the CBDC um, program. So, it's through employment. Um, what you do is you go to your nearest, it's like a, like an entrepreneur site that helps people um, with starting this kind of thing. It says it's part of the Department of Post Education, Training, Labor, working in New Brunswick. That's the title of the letter I got. Anyway, so what this stands for is the self-employment benefit, is what they call it, and it's for people that have been laid off, are collecting unemployment, or maybe even I think you can even use it for support if you're starting a business. It's very useful. Um, takes a lot of time. It took lot longer than I thought it would take. So right here I have the checklist that I had to do. I assumed that you told them you were starting a business. They asked you a few questions, and you could start your business and get going. Well, no, it took me. It was over a month, and it was into the season, and I was starting a plowing business. I had lost every customer. I've been getting handouts basically and taking what I can get because um, everybody already had their contractors lined up that wanted it done for the season. Uh, I do drive a plow truck. People use snowblowers here. I understand why the snow gets pretty high. So, the thing you need for this, you need a business plan, financial projections, a list of equipment you have with appraisals if you can get them. Uh, this is not for like buying a business. This is just for people trying to start a business, especially if you have everything you need and you just want to get going. Um, Pictures and registration of the secured offer. So, um, you're, like for me, it was my truck, my plow, my lawnmowers, my trailer that I'm going to be using to haul the lawn equipment, and last income tax return, your personal income tax return, um, birth certificate and driver's license. They need to prove it's you. Personal balance sheet and application for financing, which is you still got to do it. Um, you got to put in like an application so that they'll accept you. I had to do that too. Um, you need an HST number later on. So just for anybody that doesn't know, I believe is it's anything under $35,000 that you make, you don't have to claim tax on. So you're pretty much free as far as that goes. So if you make over 35,000 though, or 30,000, could be 30. Look it up. It's on the Ontario website, uh, our employment website. Uh, but yeah, so this is so you can get started. Canada loves businesses. They want businesses to start. So yeah, you can make the money. You can't be on employment and start a business at the same time unless you go through this program. So I recommend going through this program, especially if you know you're a seasonal worker and you know you're going to be laid off and there's something you really want to try. Just do it. Just do it. Because worst comes to worst, as long as you don't have any loans or anything out on equipment and financing for like buildings and stuff like that, that's totally different story. You get into a bunch of you have to pay back. You definitely have to pay back. So letters of support. I needed people to write me letters that I was not supposed to know who they were, just people I worked for. I only had 2. I managed to get the letters in, they accepted it. It really sucked, to be honest with you. A resume, your basic resume. Just give me your resume. I always have mine in hand. My wife always updates it for me to make it look professional, and you never know what's going to happen. I mean, I've needed a resume since I was like 17 years old, so it's always good to have. Let's see. Oh, a financial institute account number and transit number. That's a void check for a direct deposit. So that's what I needed for this program. Now, it took me over a month. I had to do a business plan. I've never done a business plan. I mean, I had to look stuff up and figure things out, and all a business plan is a projection. Like you have to do like a projection as well of how much money you're going to make and what your growth is going to be like. So I did that. So far I've been right, like $0, and then you still owe money. You're not making anything. And then you got to deal with other things too. Right off the bat, I broke my plow. My own fault. There was a pinch point I didn't see, and it just cut the line. Nothing I could do about it. It happens. It's like happens a lot in plowing. You blow lines. Don't slam into snowbanks too fast. Anyway. So yeah, so I made, I don't know, a couple $100, and then I spent a couple $100 fixing it. And then you got to be careful too. I had one guy tell me I was plowing his driveway. I had already talked to him about it. I wanted to make sure because where he had his truck, he had a truck. And where he had his truck, I said, is there anything past this, or is there anything on the side? So the biggest thing was there was a fire hydrant. So I am not going nowhere near a fire hydrant. I'm not going to take that out because that's big problems. So he said, yeah, it just goes down a little bit. Well, it went down far enough that it bottomed my truck out. I got stuck, and I dug out the snow around it, tried to get the truck out. It ended up hung up on my running boards. I ended up bending one. I had to bend it back. Good thing was, guy was nice enough. His brother-in-law had a truck and a tow rope, and he come over and he just gave me a little pull, and I was out again. But a little drop is okay, but when the snow is on top, you can't see, and this is why I get out and I talk to the people first. I don't want to wreck my truck, and bang, right off the bat, something happens. So, yeah. So I ended up spending like 2 hours waiting for his brother-in-law to show up, and then he pulled me up. I got to thank the guy. I'm not gonna like bitch about it. Both of them were very nice. He did pay me for the job I did, but had I been really, really busy, I would have lost some money. But yeah, so if you like the program, like if you like the thought of the program or starting your own business or starting something, this is a way you could do it. And I'm pretty sure that, like, most of you would be definitely interested in this, especially if there's something you're passionate about. Um, I mean, I'm not real passionate about snowing and grass cutting and everything. I don't mind doing it, um, but I'm having a lot of troubles getting business. I might end up going through with this. I might not. I might end up working for somebody else again. I don't know. But at least I've been given the chance to do this. So I'm going to give it a shot and see how it goes. And you never know. Maybe it'll take off. Um, Advertising is really, really hard for me around here. So when you're doing a business such as landscaping, um, advertising is a big thing. And all the stores here and that don't allow flyers in the windows. So I got minimal flyers. Uh, the most the most common thing is I can't get my name out there. I'm not from here. I haven't been here that long. I don't know a lot of people, so it's hard to get the connections you actually need to get the work. But I'm I'm very hopeful. I'm very hopeful. Anyway, I hope that this helps somebody out. That's what I aim to do. And if it did help you out, give me a like and a subscribe. Um, and maybe, I'll talk about something else that's interesting. I do plan on doing more videos and, telling you about how things are going. But we will see. Have a good day.